Alright, quick update on Solana. So this could be the triple bottom pattern that we have been talking about for the last few weeks. If you haven't been watching my content, this is my first video that you have watched. I have been talking about the possibility of doing this triple bottom pattern. Now previously Solana went on a massive bull run, had a all-time high, came down, crashed 69%, and then put in 3 local bottoms down here. You know, we put in a nice triple bottom pattern, then we proceeded to have another massive bull run, and then we've had like a 70% drop. So all in line, very similar to what we did on the previous bull run. So far since then, like I said, we've had that 70% drop, or 71 more like. We have put in 1 bottom, 2 bottoms, and this could potentially be the 3rd bottom. Now, for me to get, you know, really bullish on Solana, like I say, we need to get above this 112. This is the 618 support, and until we do break above the 618, I would not be getting too out of bed. I will still be sitting on the sidelines for longing Solana, but I have been accumulating Solana around these levels, and you know, whenever I do get paid in crypto, I do like to get paid in Solana. So I do always like to accumulate Solana. It is my favorite altcoin, to be honest. So, you know, I am slightly biased to this, but this could potentially be the bottom pattern that we have been talking about. Now, one slight word of caution. If we do come over to the Bitcoin chart, you can see Bitcoin has had a very minute rally today. We are very slightly in the red right now, but in general, you know, the stock market also has been having a nice push up. Sorry, this is the US dollar, but the stock market has had a nice push up today. We are still below resistance, and do bear in mind, I think Bitcoin and Solana specifically have been rallying in the past couple of hours or so. Since, yeah, really around this region. You can see where buying volume really stepped up, and the RSI and the money flow indicator got extremely overextended. Was because of this news, in my opinion. Let me disable my ad block, but you can see over here on Forbes that Biden has signed another 1.5 trillion spending bill, with 14 billion going to Ukraine. I think, where was the military spending? I think most of this is on military spending, which I love how they haven't even mentioned really in the header. But yeah, they're spending about 782 billion on military defense. They are basically just, you know, printing whenever they can. They are, I think, in my opinion, they're kind of just using this Ukraine aid as an excuse to print more money. And in here it does say this will be the bill will shore funding for the rest of the fiscal year, basically meaning that they're not going to print any more money for the rest of the year. I think that is a load of bullshit. I think they'll probably be printing in the next 6 months again. We'll see another 1.5 trillion, and you know, the news will be saying, oh, who would have saw this inflation coming? I mean, if you've been in crypto, you've been seeing this coming for years. And yeah, I mean, I think this is why, at least in the short term, you know, the stock market, the Bitcoin price has been doing fairly decent. We managed to pump above the, you know, around about this region here, which is the 0.5 fib. So all in all, in the very short term, I do think this Biden news, this fiscal stimulus, quantitative easing, whatever you want to call it, is going to have a profound effect on the markets in the short term. But in the very macro term for Solana, for me to be getting ready to leverage trade it again, to long it, all of the above, I do need to see a break above 112. Now, that does not mean I'm not bullish in the short term. I do think it is possible we could be having a move back up to this 112, which is approximately a 34% increase, but I would like to see more volume come in tomorrow. I wouldn't necessarily make my decision until we do start, you know, just a really general level that I'm pulling out. This 786 fib here, oh no, I can't even use that because we have invalidated it, so I will need to get rid of that. If you can pull up a fib here, 618 is 87, so I mean, really 87 would probably be my target. I'd like to see in the short term a break above 87, and then I do think we could have a nice push up to the 112 level. But as I have been saying, if you do go through my videos, I've been talking about, a lot of my videos have been titled, you know, we need to get above 112, all eyes on 112. I have been talking about 112 since all the way up here. I think we started making videos on Solana maybe around about the mid-January vicinity. I've had my channel for about 2 months, and I have been talking about this 112 for the longest time now, so I'm still sticking with that in the macro term. Until we do break 112, I will not be longing Solana. But as we have had, you know, fairly decent news with the Biden administration fiscal stimulus, as Bitcoin is looking somewhat strong, I will be buying a small amount of Solana today. And like I said, whenever I do get paid in crypto for whatever reason, I do like to receive Solana and stack it. So I am bullish on Solana in the long term. In the short term, where was that fib that we had? In the very, very short term, if we do break above 87, I do think we could have a nice move up to 112. Like I said, I am kind of nibbling around these levels for Solana. I am happy to buy around these vicinities. So that is all I see for Solana on the USD pair. If we come down to the BTC pair as well, you can see we have broken below the 618, but we did come down. We back tested this 1.618 fib that we've got from this low to this high up here. So low, high on the fib will give us this fib retracement target down here at the 1.618. We've been talking about this for a while. We back tested it and we held it as support. So as long as we don't break below this, we don't need to worry about a 24% drop from Solana priced in Bitcoin. I would like to see a push back above the 2257 level, but as a rule of thumb, Solana against Bitcoin is looking very nice. We're miles above the 786, and the Sol USD pair could have potentially had that triple bottom. So for me to get extremely bullish, I'd need to see another follow through day tomorrow, a follow through day where we do break 87, back test it, and then head off to the races. And then I'd be talking about this level. If we did then break above this level, I think we can start talking about the 200-day moving average, which is a 37% increase. And after we do that, you know, Solana you can basically argue Solana could be rallying all the way to the all-time high of 260. And if we do enter a bull run, we can start talking about, you know, these very, very bullish price targets. But those aren't of any interest in the short term. In the very, very short term, we need to get above 112. Until we do get above 112, nothing's changed. So that is all I see for Solana, looking very, very good in the short term. But once again, I'd like to see some nice follow through coming in the next few days. So that is all I see for Solana. If you are holding it, best of luck. Once again, none of this is financial advice. It's just my opinion on the market. Cowboy out. Peace.